Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Everyday Goth Collective. I am your hostess, Crystal. Vampire Crystal today. So, we are going to be making something totally different, something that I've never actually done before. But last night, I was just laying in bed, and the idea popped in my head, and I was just like, I have to do it now. I know we said we were going to repair jewelry today, but I really want to do this. By the way, I don't know if you noticed, but the stuff we made yesterday is a part of my outfit for today. The only thing I did different was I shortened the chain a little bit because I thought it was a little bit long. Like, as you saw, it came all the way down to here. But anyway, we are going to start this off with, of course, a view of my workstation. So put on your most comfortable outfit. Make sure you've got your spider. And let's get into it. So, what we are making today is a nose chain. You heard me right, a nose chain. So, I was a little unsure of what colors to make it. I did a little bit of research and I saw a few that had like multiple tiers. I also have this stuff if I want to make like something custom. Over here, we just have a crap ton of charms because from the looks of it, what people like to do, they just pretty much charm it up. And that is something that I do have. Of course, we've got our trusty O-rings. And we want to try to keep everything the same color. Today we're going to go black. Now, I really wanted one of these clasps. Sorry, I did my makeup and I still have makeup on my hand. But anyway, I wanted one of these, but we're going to settle on this. Just because it's the same color as the earring that we're going to be using. Yeah, it's going to hook to my ear. And I know this looks like it's going to be a lot. We are not using all of this. I just wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to do. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. What we're going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and put together the bulk pieces. I'm going to video that for you. And then we are going to move on to the segment where I put it all together. All right, here we go. All right, you guys, if this doesn't make you want to get your nose pierced, I don't know what will. Okay, so I decided to go ahead and make the top one a custom one. I just used that bead wire right there. And all I did was I took crimp beads and covers. Covers are very important because you don't want just crimp beads. But I strung these skulls and I decided we're going to go with like a really deep teal and a really pretty purple. And this over here is going to be the part that hooks to my ear. Or actually, it'd be reversed, probably. Yes, it would be reversed. So this is the part that goes to my ear. And this is going to be the part that hooks to my nose ring. Let's see. We're not going to use the silver chain, unfortunately. I think it's just way too bulky. I'm going to try to sift through these charms and figure out what would look good. We'll see. I will see you guys in a couple minutes. This looks so cool. Alright, here is what I have come up with. We are going to open up this chain and we are going to attach it to the spider right here. These two little knife things are going to be on the second tier. And then on the third tier, we're going, or the, I guess second or third, depending on which direction you're going. It's going to be just a simple little pendant. I don't think I'm going to add anything else to the skulls. On the black, I'm going to have these little pear-shaped drops. Just kind of decorating it. So this is what it's going to, this is kind of like the skeleton, bare bone nose chain. I'm gonna go ahead and put loops on everything. I hope to God I have enough. If I don't, I'm probably gonna have to dig through Bead Mountain. You know how it goes. But next time you see me, it'll be my face, and we'll be putting this baby together. All right, I think we are now ready. Everything has loops. We are just going to do this from the top down. It's the easiest way I can think of. By the way, I know it is very late. It's already afternoon where I'm at. I do apologize. The day got away on me. I got an email from my school telling me that my FAFSA had gone through, so I had to do financial aid paperwork so I could go to school for next semester. I am going to be taking Chem 1 and hopefully Biochem. I have to appeal to the head of the physics department, which I have done. I'm just waiting for a reply. I'm sure he won't have a problem. My grades are pretty good, but that's not my decision. I just hope he gives me a chance. And I say that because I want to go to MD Anderson next year, and all that's left is 4 classes. That's it. Literally 4 classes, and they're all chemistry. I know I probably... Oh gosh. I hate it when this happens. Just give me a moment. So I am trying to take this in between each little link. I figured it'd just be better that way, but apparently it's not gonna work. And I've also added a couple of new pendants to the second tier. I figured it'd look pretty nice. I just threw it somewhere. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna open this back up. We're gonna hook it to this chain here. Not around it, but through it. You want it to be through, because you don't want these to slide around on your face. You want them to stay positioned where they are. In crim beads, there may be bigger ones. I don't have bigger ones. So, but they normally, from what I've seen, do not come in sizes big enough to get around chain. They might. I just have never seen one that big, personally. Fair warning, if you want to make your own pendants for this, it is a pain in the butt. Things are constantly trying to slide on you. But it's worth it just to have the little bit more customization that comes. Gotcha. Bingo. Okay, that took way too long. Way longer than necessary. Okay, yeah, that sits pretty nice. You see how that kind of sits like that? The only thing I hate about it is that it's off-center. Which means I'm probably going to have to take it off and do it again, because it's going to bug me otherwise. So, how have you guys been today? Like I told you, my day has been just full of bureaucracy and paperwork. Trying to get ready for fall semester, And it's still kind of difficult because, I mean, we kind of know what's going on. We're hoping to be back on campus by then. But you never know. I'm hoping we're back on campus by then because I miss my lab. I miss my job. It's hard, you know? You work really, really hard to get the job that you want. And then you can't even go. Ain't that something? So, what have you guys been working on, like, as far as crafts? And I know you guys are probably, I don't know. The reason why I'm just sitting here kind of talking to you, I figured, what's the point of it being a craft with me if I'm not at least talking to you a little bit? I mean, do you see what I mean? I feel like a craft with me would be, you know, craft with me, not me just sitting here showing you step-by-step instructions. It's literally, you know, let's pull something out of our butts. But that's okay. Okay. Like I told you, that took way longer than necessary. So now we're going to line this up. Put it through the chain once again because you don't want it sliding around. That's not what we're looking for here. You want these to stay in stationary places on your face. So, tell me, when did y'all get your first piercings? I know a lot of us were probably really young when they got their first set of piercings. I know mine were from when I was a baby. My first ones were my ears, obviously. But my first alternative piercing, I'd have to say, was my lip. And I was 15 when I got my lip pierced. Still got it. And I love it. There was a little while there I stopped wearing it, but I was in school and you never know. You want to try to look professional, but these days I'm more judged on the job I do, not so much how I look. Which says a lot for my institution. You know, that people in the goth community can feel like they're important there, you know, and that they're doing their job. I'm so sorry. I just realized you're kind of off camera. Okay, so I'm basically just sliding these up. I'm almost done with the second tier. And then the third tier will be so much easier. It's literally just taking a loop. The fourth may be a little bit harder because I have cut the chain to incorporate that spider pendant that I had found. I think that'd look pretty cool. But we'll see how it looks in the end. So far, I love it. It's coming together really nicely. However, it'll stop tangling. Just keep in mind when you make tiered jewelry, this is going to be a thing. It's going to tangle. You're going to have to constantly be keeping an eye on it just because, you know, you don't want it to get all tangly. But this is what we got so far. I love it, you guys. I love it. I know it's backwards. You probably just see the backs of the skulls. But I love it so far. I can't wait to show you the finished product. Okay, so next up we're just going to add these little daggers, and we're going to add them on the purple chain, and it's going to be in between the spaces. I can just do this with my fingers, and we're just going to add these in between the spaces. Well, I guess not. I didn't put on my band-aid today, guys. I apologize. I just was not wanting to deal with it. But it's okay. So, you know, this would probably make up a really pretty necklace too. I guess that's a beautiful thing about making your own jewelry. You can do literally whatever you want with it. And that's why I'm trying to get a lot more people online to, you know, make their own jewelry, because quite frankly, not only is it sometimes cheaper, but you can really customize it. You know, you're not walking around wearing stuff made by the same, or you're not walking around wearing stuff that is exactly the same as anybody else. Sorry about that, guys. We ended up having a message right after I said that. But we just got done with the daggers. Well, that sucks. Guys, the spider's leg broke off. Yep. The spider's leg broke off. It's great. But that's okay. We can still make this work. So what I am probably going to end up doing, I'm going to, let's see. First we need a loop. Alright, so because of this happening, I was not expecting his leg to just break off. Go ahead and give me just a couple minutes. I'm going to go ahead and fix this, and I'm going to get it all set up, and we're going to display it on the table for you. We're going to go ahead and just jump to the end. Thank you so much for being patient. Alright, here's the final piece. And there is the spider that lost his leg. You see why it was a problem. Alright, so we had to get rid of the daggers, and the reason why was because without him, this chain just wasn't open wide enough, and it hit on the bottom chain. But I think the cross works. I'm a little disappointed that I have to use it. I was kind of wanting to use it for a necklace, but I will figure out what to do. These are those extra beads I was telling you about that I added. Like this one is just a skull with a heart. I went ahead and attached the earring and the piece that clips to my nose. I think that's about it for just showing it off. There's really not much to it, but I love the colors. They really go together nice. But let's see if this thing actually sits on my face properly, because I know that is a big part of wearing a nose chain. Be right back. So here it is. Honestly, it came out a little too long. I kind of wanted it to be more like up here. But I can fix that later. Also, as for the clasp, keep in mind when you go to add more, it is when you go to add the earring and the clasp, it is definitely going to add more length. So get yourself a smaller clasp. That is what I recommend. But I really like this right here. That is a really, really pretty idea. And it's not too heavy on my nose. I did have to take the clasp off and just hook it directly to my nose ring, but I'll find a smaller clasp later. I may just keep the top two and make them shorter. I'm not sure. I like how it came out. It's really long though, and I think that it's not supposed to be that long. But I hope I gave you some ideas even through all of this struggle. Um, I know it looks kind of weird, but that's just really because of the length. It's not supposed to be this long. I didn't account for how much would be added with the earring. Like, as you can see, this is with it directly touching my ear, which is more where I wanted it, but with the earring clasp added, it's just so long. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed watching. And even though this kind of came out wrong, I hope that you guys got something out of it. Or maybe I inspired you to, I don't know, make your own little nose chain. But I think it looks really nice. I especially love these skulls. But anyway, thank you so much for sticking around all the way through, getting a phone call and text messages and the spider's leg breaking, you know, RIP. But I think this is going to be the only craft with me that I'm doing today. As I said, it's really late in the day, and I do have other stuff that I want to do today, and there's still uploading of this. But I have plans to fix this thing right here, and I've already got a couple pendants lined up for it and everything. So I'll probably do that in the next couple days. But anyway, thank you. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you next week or later on this week, whenever it happens. All right. Love you much. Bye.